Wind Strider!
Let's light it up!
Wind Strider! As one with wind and cloud! Time to go!
Don't be scared! You're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion. Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can... Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come... Huh? But... I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned instead, he did something closer to creating hallucination. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some... I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored it. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we... Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to parties? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy. You didn't come here for sights. We're looking for a scholar we know. Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Traveler? It is you! what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in... Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripoorna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime... Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Paripoorna life, but rather...
Ah! You... Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait... Have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower..."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes... But she...
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct?
Your guess is correct, but the...
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So?
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about... All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her... If I didn't take action... Now that you mention it... I knew the Academia has... But I still didn't expect them to do something as... The Doctor and the Balladeer. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. But then... What is the connection between...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help. If you're planning to go into the desert, come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around. To accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
We finally made it to Caravan Reebok. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did she go? How did we lose...
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine... Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something.
Al-Haytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own.
That's right! We have the same plan as you!
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else.
It's always better to travel with someone...
Before us lies Aru Village.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamacho's wrath?
Al-Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or
had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What should we do, Traveler?
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have—
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work?
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you.
There's no need to thank me.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the—
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's—
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence, I began to realize that they were caught. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sage. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action again. I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between the sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we...
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, their words contained one key piece of information. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of had I been less guarded,
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target.
Criminals do love to talk.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. After all,
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. Now, answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Junior's, I had nothing going on, but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well,
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm...
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire...
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it...
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Wind strike!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? The creatures stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, My apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert. But
I can't say they've always been common. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes.
So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the...
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why...
Village keeper? Who are they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars who lost their sin. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been... But no one in the village has ever seen them leave.
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now,
mock me if you will, but if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must...
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with some...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far. Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in the string. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. When mad scholars first... Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to... Aru village was struck by the strongest earth. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar, despite the powerful tremors that... After that...
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? Paimon thinks so too.
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still...
Oh, no wonder!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her...
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, the academia has always placed far greater importance. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and...
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll have...
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
The person you're referring to is not a...
Grandpa is just Grandpa. I heard everything you said to the village chief.
Ah, so you're the one who... I was planning to go out and take care...
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants...
Sorry,
All right. But first...
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you.
Huh? You...
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely... Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. However, one summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa said... So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking...
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Perhaps. Nearly every... It's also my reason for fighting.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!